And 200 race fans going home with an exclusive t-shirt tonight. It's Keith Thel, Dustin Ziske, and green with Luther Honda. Tonight for the Mod 4s. We turn them loose in the first of 8 laps. It's Keith Thel, double OT, going to try to break to the early lead. 5E Matt Hall's working in that 2 spot. 24 Dustin Ziske just barely in third, and double O Kyle Thel in the 4th position. The lap's going by 00T. Keith Thel, your pole sitter, wasted no time as he bolted out to the lead. He'll take it past the start flag stand in first place at the end of that second lap. 5E Matt Hall's about 6 car lengths behind. 24 Ziske sits about 3 behind in the top 3. It's double O of Kyle Thel. 21 Chad Funt. The 23 car, it's Trevor Rodiger. And 19F of Adam Fuchs. Continues his quest for the checkers as he rolls forward to the crossed flags. He'll see them, yellow and green. That means we are halfway. At the halfway markers, 5E Matt Hall's has climbed a little bit closer, about 3 car lengths separating him. And your race-long leader, Keith Thel in double OT. Construction scoreboard, we're ready. Green with Luther Honda. On the restart, Keith Thel takes over where he left off. 24 Ziske battling with 5E Matt Hall's out of turn 4. Ziske moves the 24 car into the top 2 after he got a good start on that restart. Took advantage of his outside row 2 start as we got this one back going. It's Keith Thel going to roll it on to the flying green flag. He's got 2 times to go. 2 laps around the track remaining. Battle for 2 and 3 still going on. Hot and heavy. 5E Hall's and 24 Dustin Ziske side by side out of the 4th turn. White flag out. Hall's taking position number 2 back away from Ziske. He's going to try to trade it back into turn 3. Double OT, Keith Thel has got the checkers in sight, and he'll take the win. Kyle Thurz in 06, and we're green with Luther Honda. Green flag out, the final heat race in the Mod 4s takes that green flag. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn 4. 06. Everett sideways out of the 4th corner. We're going to go caution. Out at the point position, it's green with Luther Honda. Green back out underway with 1 lap completed, says the Wallach Construction scoreboard to turn 3. It's Dwight Gilliard, 32, hot on the trail. Tommy Bowden, 81 and 3. Brandon Lindquist now in 2. The 3 car moves into the runner-up spot. Digging down at the hub in turn 2. 81, Tommy Bowden. 06 of Everett's got a little short detour out of the base of turn 2. He brings it back out on the track. We're still green. Dwight Gilliard, 32, your leader, bobbles a little bit out of the 2nd corner, straightens it out in turn 3. Brandon Lindquist now digging down to the hub. Out of the 4th corner, they're side by side for the lead. At the flag stand, I wouldn't want to call it, but it was Gilliard with a slight advantage. Now Brandon Lindquist definitely puts his car into the top spot. The 3, Brandon Lindquist, will be your new race leader. Lindquist, Gilliard, and Tommy Bowden, 81 in the top 3. 29, Mayowski. Forrest Foster digs hard and spins around in turn 2. The 6-6 car out of action. He's still rolling, and yeah, we're still green, folks. We are still under green flag conditions. The 1 to go coming up next time by Brandon Lindquist in 3. He'll take it to the white flag. He's got one more time to go. Brandon Lindquist with a solid race lead on the final racing lap. 81, Tommy Bowden now moves into second. Checkered flags out, ready to fly. We got it checkered. It's Brandon Lindquist in 3. Throughout the field that night, Tom's Windshield Repair, Clean Renewable Ethanol, Newton Race Cars, Lauren's Lawn and Landscaping, Lasky Chassis, and Thel Motorsports all helping to sponsor that one. Speaking of Thels, it's Keith and Double OT and the green. It's time for green with Luther Honda. Matt Halls leads the charge out of the 4th corner. He's the leader at the end of 1. Halls in 5E. Double OT. Keith Thel now tucks it in, tries to go back on the low groove and trade it back. 3, Brandon Lindquist is next. 24, Dustin Ziske in the top 4. The defending WISSOTA national champion in the yellow double O. It is Kyle Thel in 5th. Thel with Gilliard and the 06 of Everett's. 29 is Mayovsky. 81, Tommy Bowden. As the field gets strong from front to back, the side-by-side battle for the lead. Thel moving into the front spot. Double OT. Keith Thel now in the lead. Action in turn 2. 23 Rodiger and 6-6 of Forrest Foster bringing out the caution. All by himself, all the way back to the 6-6 of Forrest Foster, and we're good green with Luther Honda. Green flag back out. Lindquist in 3. He's going to make the bid for the race lead, but the Thel brothers going to try to sandwich him out of turn 4. Here they come. It's Keith on the hub in double OT. Brandon Lindquist 3 runs second, double O. Kyle Thel, he's way up in the attic. Here he comes. He got cut off. Lindquist riding that line right in front of him as they work their way into turn 4. It's Keith Thel, Brandon Lindquist. Oh boy, here they come right behind them. Just in green with Luther Honda. On the restart, we're back underway. Double OT, that's the black 00 of Keith Thel. 3, Brandon Lindquist. He's working way off the high side of this track, coming on by. What happened to Kyle Thel? He went from 3rd back to 6th, just like that. 5E, Matt Halls finds himself in the top 3. 24, Dustin Ziske climbing back into the top 4 out of this event. 5th is the 00 of Kyle Thel, 00 in the yellow one. 06 of Matt Everett's in that 6th spot. 32, Dwight Gilliard. 29, Andy Mayowski. 23 of Trevor Rodiger, and 6-6, Forrest Foster. 00T, Keith Thel continues the lead. 2 car lengths separates him, and Brandon Lindquist in 3 closes the gap once again out of turn 4. They'll battle it towards the front stripe. 5E, Halls in 3rd. Halls in that 3rd position, now climbing right behind Keith Thel. 24, Dustin Ziske is next. 29, Andy Mayovsky in the Gilliland Chevrolet sponsor. 29 pulls it to the infield. His night is done on lap number 8. It's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Thel back to Thel. Keith, your leader, all the way back to Kyle in 00. Kyle in 5th, 3. Brandon Lindquist at the halfway markers there, cross, yellow and green. At the halfway point, it's still Keith Thel, your pole sitter out front. 3, Brandon Lindquist started 4th. He has been battling for that front position for the last 6 laps. Halls 5E still digging right on the basement. 24, Ziske in 4th. Kyle Fell, the yellow 00 in that 5th spot. 06 is in 6th. Matt Everett's from Marshall in the 6th position. Dwight Gilliard, 32, is next. And there's still 1, 2, 3, and 4. Covered by about 3 car lengths at the very most. Brandon Lindquist giving it everything off the top shelf. And he takes over that front spot. He just barely ahead of Keith Thel, who takes the advantage back in turn 3. It's Lindquist in 300T. Keith Thel has action in turn number 2. 664 as Foster spins out, but he keeps that going. Brandon Lindquist, your leader for the 2nd lap in a row now. 00T, Keith Thel. 5E, Matt Hall's in the top 3. Dustin Ziske, 24, in that 4th position. 00 of Kyle Fell is next. Matt Everett, 06, and 32, Dwight Gilliard as the laps go by. 15 down, a handful left to go. Still side by side for that front spot as they exit the 4th quarter. Keith Thel now takes it back away. The lead trading like the hot stock in New York. Blue and yellow flag given to Forrest Foster. That just tells them the leaders are coming. And the new leader once again, Lindquist in 3. We have traded this lead back and forth a number of times. Who's going to get dealt the winning hand at the checkers? We'll find out soon, because we got flying green. 2 left to go. Forrest Foster is not your lead car. He's lapped traffic in 6-6. White flag out as Foster loops in turn 4 on the high side of the track. White flag comes out, but so does that. At turn 4, it's green with Luther Honda. On the restart, we're back at it. Green, white, and checker. This one's not going to be over till we see the checkered fly. Lindquist in 3 takes advantage of his point spot on the restart to be in the lead with 1 to go. The final trip around Granite City Speedway tonight in the Mod 4 main event. 00T Keith Thel. Now or never, he led a bunch of laps, but the important one coming up as the checker's ready to fly. Brandon Lindquist. Lindquist heads into victory lane tonight. Pulls the steering wheel off. The helmet's going to come off. The window net goes down as the celebration is set to take place in victory lane tonight. After winning the Mod 4 feature, we'll get them out of the car. Fans, it'll be your chance for you to warm your hands up just a little bit. If they're cooling off a little, you get a chance to make a lot of noise, because your winner getting set to exit in victory lane tonight in the WISSOTA Mod 4s. The big special coming up next Sunday night, paying $500 to win. I bet Brandon wishes that was tonight, but it's not. But he can come back next Sunday night and do the same exact thing as he gets out of the car. Fans, let's hear it. Put your hands together. Brandon Lindquist in 3.